Hello everyone and welcome to example number 4. In this sum we are talking of a bullet of mass 50 gram moving horizontally with a velocity of 210 meter per second. It gets embedded in a block of mass 1 kg kept on a rough horizontal surface. If the coefficient of kinetic friction is given to us as 0.5, then they are asking that the block bullet system will move what distance before coming to rest, and our options given are 40 meters, 30 meters, 20 meters and 10 meters, and the correct answer to this sum is option D, that is 10 meter. Let's take a closer look how we arrive at the correct answer. So as you can see, I'm fully equipped to solve this sum. Now this sum basically talks about a bullet which is of mass 50 gram and it's moving horizontally towards that block, and once it hits that block, it's going to get embedded in it. Now that block has a mass of 1 kg and as you can see, it is placed on a rough horizontal surface. Now what happens is that the coefficient of kinetic friction is been told to us to be 0.5, and the question that is asked of us is how far or what distance will the block bullet system move and how much distance will it cover before it comes to rest. So basically we have to solve this sum. So let's see what the motion will look like. So now I know that this bullet has a mass of 50 gram. But I have to convert that into SI units, which is nothing but 0.05 kg. So I have that information with me. M is equal to 0.05 kg. I also know that this bullet is going to travel with a speed of 210 meter per second. This is the initial velocity of the bullet before collision with the block. So I say V is equal to 210 meter per second. Now once it hits the block, what's going to happen is that the bullet gets embedded into the block. Now the bullet and block move as one single system and they cover some distance, and this distance I will call as S. And it is this distance that we have to find. And to find this distance now we will solve the sum. But before that, let's write down into this picture the scenario that we have so far. Initially, the momentum of the system is only due to the bullet because the block is at rest, and therefore initially the momentum is simply mv. However, after the bullet gets embedded into the block, now the bullet and block travel together as one big system, and therefore the total mass of the system now is m plus capital M, and they will now travel with a velocity, the final velocity after collision, which we will call as VSYS or system velocity. Now let's take a look at the sum and solve it mathematically. So now I'm equipped with everything I need to start solving the sum. I have been given the mass of the bullet 0.05 kg. I know its initial velocity 210 meter per second. I know the mass of the block capital M is 1 kg. The coefficient of friction between the block and the surface is 0.5. And finally, they have told us to use acceleration as gravity as 10 meter per second. Now I'm ready to solve the sum. Like I've already said, after collision, the block and the bullet move as one system together. And this is nothing but the definition of a perfectly inelastic collision. That is, a collision in which the bodies after collision move together is a perfectly inelastic collision. And this final velocity with which they move after collision is what we are denoting as the system velocity, which is V subscript SYS. Now I'm ready to apply the law of conservation of momentum. Now when I apply the law of conservation of linear momentum, I know that the initial momentum of the whole system is only due to the momentum of the bullet because the block is initially at rest, and therefore the initial momentum will be small m into small v. The final momentum of the system will be the total mass small m plus capital M multiplied by the system velocity. So here I have the statement for linear conservation momentum, that is small mv is equal to small plus capital M into the system velocity. This is my statement of conservation of linear momentum. Now I'll put all the values that I know. I know that small m is 0.05 kg, so I substitute its value, I bring that down. I also know that the initial velocity is 210 meter per second. I bring that down as well. I know the mass of the bullet and the block, so I'm going to bring down 0.05 plus 1 kg of the block, that's also going to come down, and this will give me the answer for the system velocity, and the system velocity comes out to be 10 meter per second. Now I have everything I need to go to the next step. This is a very important step. At this point, what students normally do is they get confused and start applying the conservation of kinetic energy. Because nowhere in the sum is it told whether the collision is elastic or inelastic. But as I already told you, since the bullet gets embedded into the block and after collision they move together, this is nothing but an inelastic collision. In fact, it's a perfectly inelastic collision because they both have got embedded and are moving together after the collision. One other important thing to realize why I can't say that kinetic energy is conserved is because they have said that the block rests on a rough surface, which means friction is present. In fact, they've given us the coefficient of kinetic friction, that's 0.5, which means that since friction is present, kinetic energy will always be dissipated. And this friction is in fact the reason why the system comes to a rest. I hope you understand that we cannot apply the conservation of kinetic energy. But what we can apply is the work energy theorem. The work energy theorem says that the change in kinetic energy of a system will be utilized in doing work. So let's analyze what is happening to the system after the bullet gets embedded into the block. Once the bullet is embedded into the block, the system has some velocity, that is the system velocity. So what is the total kinetic energy of the system? It's simply half m plus m into v sys square. This is the kinetic energy of the system. Now what happens to this kinetic energy? It is this kinetic energy that gets dissipated or decreases as the system moves. They are using this kinetic energy in movement, and therefore the work done by this system is nothing but equal to this kinetic energy. Because it is this kinetic energy that is being utilized, and slowly all the kinetic energy goes to zero, and that's when the block stops, when all its kinetic energy is over. So I will say that the change in kinetic energy of the system, which is half m plus m into v sys square minus 0, because 0 is the final velocity of the system. The final kinetic energy of the system is 0. So this is the change in kinetic energy on the left hand side, and on the right hand side I say that this change in kinetic energy is utilized in doing the work. And who is doing the work? The work is done by friction, and friction work is mu into n. The force of friction F is given by the formula mu into n, where n is the normal reaction, which will be equal to m plus m the whole into g. So if I write down the work done on the right hand side, I will say it is F into S. That's the definition of work, product of force and displacement. For force, I will write mu into n, which is the formula for friction, where n is small m plus capital M the whole into g. That's the normal reaction. And this now is the statement of the work energy theorem. Now it's very easy to see that I will cancel out small m plus capital M, and now I will apply the values that I know. I will bring down from my table all the given data. So what I have here is half into system velocity, which we know is 10. So I bring that down here, that squared is equal to mu, which is 0.5, which is also something we know, into g, which is 10, which is also something we know, multiplied by S, and S is what we have to find. So let me recap here. I have used the work energy theorem. I have said that the full kinetic energy of the system is being used to do work, which is being used to move. So when will the block stop? When the kinetic energy of the system is over. So all the kinetic energy of the system is being used to do the work, and therefore I have written that statement, half small m plus capital M the whole into v sys square, which is the kinetic energy of the system, completely utilized into doing work by friction, which is mu small m plus capital M the whole into g. And this now I have used, I have cancelled m plus capital M, and now I have put the values, and finally I have found the answer I want, that is the distance covered by the bullet block system is 10 meter. So I hope you understood why we didn't consider the conservation of kinetic energy because it's a perfectly inelastic collision, and in this perfectly inelastic collision we have seen that the block and bullet got embedded together, and since friction was present there was no conservation. So the final answer is that the block bullet system will move a distance of 10 meter before coming to rest. Thank you for watching these videos on work, power and energy. If you like our channel, please subscribe. The link is given below. You can also buy your very own target book by clicking on the link given below. You can also tell us which videos you would like us to make in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned and keep watching.